like to see the guy painting the scene described by the dementia patient. Really interested in how that's going to turn out.
I'm really fascinated by the idea of using paint as a medium to paint the inside of the body, because the images are beautiful, so I'm looking forward to seeing those.
He has two dots on a piece of paper, and he's asking people to draw a line without stopping. And obviously we are the control group, but he's also done it with dementia patients as well.
I don't know much about any of it, so it was quite cool to see like the growing of the cells and stuff. Yeah, that was really interesting.
It's a guy putting some cells in the liquid nitrogen.
It's like we're in a room. It's like colour and spatial awareness.
Colour awareness.
Yeah, maybe interview us after we've done it and we'll tell you what it feels like.
People are wearing virtual reality glasses and they're all watching the same video at the same time, which shows people 25 monochromatic color rooms. And the task they're given is, if they respond positively to a room, that they open the door and step forward as if they're entering the room. And if they get a negative response, that they step backwards. And if they feel neutral or unbothered, that they stay put.
But it can make you feel really differently. Like the blues and purples made me want to step back, even though they're colours that I really like. I don't know.
I was trying to do it like instinctually, but then like logic took over and I was like, no, this is red, this is like a stressful colour, but I wanted to step forward, but then I was like, and I don't know why, because there weren't any rules.
Yeah, it was weird, it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
People with dementia react very strongly to colour. So this would be a really good exercise to do with people with dementia.
Just behind me is an installation based on the cell culture that's being grown from my skin cells, and they reprogram them into stem cells. It's pretty bloody exciting. The fact that Selina, who's such a kind of prestigious figure in this field and who I'm very lucky to be working with, got really excited about seeing her own work because it's in a flask. That's really quite sweet.
So there is one piece from Charlie Murphy which I am directly involved in, and we are growing her cells in the lab and seeing how she responds to them as an artist. And that's really amazing because it's shining a lens on my own work from a very different perspective, which is really cool to see.
One of the things that's interesting for me in science at the moment is that painting and artworks are sort of making their way into research. So this is tempting to analyse in lots of ways, but actually one of the things that's really nice is that people are totally idiosyncratic in how they approach the activity. So even if they're doing a controlled line, so like a straight line, they're also there's a lot of choice involved in that as well, so everyone does it differently, and then it's really nice to see how people express themselves as well.
And I think it's always really nice to see people being creative with science and appealing to a wider audience about how you can communicate about science, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
More imaginatively as well.
And lots of laughs and lots of conversations, and I feel like people are really engaged with it. So it's good. And there's been paintings falling off the wall all night, which has been a lot of fun.
Just looking at them from a distance, I didn't realise how much they had like detail in them, and there was like a human face in this one on the end, the black and white one. And it's quite traumatic to see up close, and then back there it just looked like a brain scan or one of those ink blots you would see. But up close it's really interesting, you get to see like a memory of someone.
Well, these are, I suppose, a way of making dementia tangible.
I'm not allowed to touch them, but I feel really like they're so textured, like I really do want to touch them. That was my instant feeling. Yeah.
They seem soft and lovely to touch.
It's lovely, it doesn't feel corporate, it just feels very fresh and dynamic. It's different ideas, different ways of looking at things. I love the fact we did have a more serious talk about dementia and some of the research and growing stem cells.
It's something that's accessible to everyone, and I think it really engages people, and it engages audiences that we might not typically reach if we were just giving lectures about dementia research.
So I had the task of translating a transcript from a dementia patient into an image. So I have this little transcript here.
So this is a transcript of a dementia patient describing a scene, and I had no access to the scene that he was describing, so I didn't know what it looked like. I think the dementia patient perceived that as a garden, so maybe that was a fence across instead of a river, and so I was kind of thinking about, a garden, are they playing a football game in a garden, or...
It's quite a classic scene of a beach with a child playing with their parent. I don't know. It's not at all confusing to me, but it's obviously quite difficult to understand for this person. Yeah, it makes me feel a bit sad.
Learning about dementia and kind of the science behind it, I was a bit clueless about that, but then kind of when we got this transcript about how somebody describes something that kind of brings it being really real. Yeah, it's just interesting kind of how seeing people and then interpret that, and how the world is seen through someone, the eyes of someone who's got dementia.